As I mentioned, a brilliant start for Brighton so far in the Premier League this season. One of 4 teams to have picked up maximum points through the opening 2 weekends, and it's very good company that they keep on that list. Manchester City, Arsenal and Liverpool, the only other sides to have done so, as the players make their way out here at an expectant Amex Stadium. And there'll be what a night it could turn into if they were to head back up the A23 with a place in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. Brighton win the ball back, and then Cisso's never shy in shooting, and we've seen him do that a couple of times already in his young career. Julio Enciso, he is a confident player, and he wasn't too far away there, Sam.
Yeah, Williams just trying to poke the ball forward there into a teammate, and Enciso's not going to need any invitation. On the swivel, just probably doesn't get the ball deviating enough. It's straight as a die, isn't it?
Given for the challenge by Jay Williams.
Yeah, he's a little late. It's a bad one.
Very late there, isn't it? Worrying moments here for Brighton, and Fabian Herzl watching on. But unfortunately, Matt O'Reilly's night is going to be over here. Doesn't quite find its way to Anderson, but he manages to recover and find Ronan Darcy, beaten away by Bart Verbruggen. That ball was deviating towards that far corner. It was an awkward one for the Brighton keeper. We've gone past the midway point in the first half, and Crawley have had 63% of the ball, and they've worked this wonderfully well. And a chance for them to take the lead here through Josh Flint. And again, Verbruggen called into action.
Yeah, it's a really good spell for them. And Flint, he's had a superb start to the campaign.
Half an hour played at the Amex. A very watchable, enjoyable game so far here this evening between these 2 Sussex clubs, just 20 miles apart, threaded through by Baleba, and a chance now to put Brighton into the lead, and they've done just that. Crawley paid the price for not taking their chances, and it's Simon Adingra, who we said could be a real problem here tonight for Crawley, and it's proven to be the case. Brighton have lived dangerously so far here this evening, but they just have that quality in the final third. They find themselves ahead by a goal to nil.
Yeah, just that bit of class that maybe their performance has been lacking to this point. Baleba with the approach play, and then he just sets off Adingra, and he's found perfectly the timing, the pass. It's all beautiful. Gets a little bit of good fortune maybe with the finish. Gets a large part of the ball there, Wallacott, but not enough to turn it beyond the far post. Adingra, electric movement, finds his finish.
Touched off by Turner. Now the ball worked out wide by Anderson. Now Darcy, anti-slip, could it prove costly? Ball into the box, and it was just over Hepburn Murphy. Lovely from Enciso to skip away from McKenna. He's still carrying it here, Enciso. Now he lays it off. A chance for 2 for Sarmiento. Devastatingly taken. And Brighton may well have taken this game away from Crawley Town. Wonderful play initially from Julio Enciso. And then he played in Jeremy Sarmiento. And it was a thunderous and venomous finish.
Oh, what a blow. What a brilliant bit of individual skill. Enciso, such a lovely player to watch. And the movement in front of him was good. Sarmiento one side and Mahoney the other. Just executing that pass. It wasn't the best, it was slightly behind Sarmiento, but he makes it into a good ball, drags it with that first touch to open up the shooting opportunity, and then thumps it into the roof of the net. Wonderful goal.
Kenner out to the far side, where you can find Jeremy Kelly under pressure from Lamptey, and Crawley have another corner. They're not lacking in belief, and they're certainly not believing that the night is done yet here. All those fans see something special. Will they have a moment to remember here? as it's played into the penalty area, and plenty of time here, and he got it all wrong, Toby Malarkey. Had time to take a touch, perhaps.
Maybe would have been better placed just smashing this. He could wrap his right foot around it.
A risk taken there, and it could prove costly. Rolled along too, and Enciso. Malarkey trying to stop Brighton getting a third, and Crawley somehow survived.
A stark reminder that you can't dally on the ball like that. Sarmiento does brilliantly. You feel that Sarmiento's going to get his goal. Barker, the substitute, comes in with just an astonishing clearance.
Brighton just putting themselves into trouble there, and Samuels couldn't find a way out of it. Quintana. Now Darcy. Can he pick someone out? He threads it across goal! And Emo just couldn't quite get on the end of it. In fact, it was Kamara. Again, Crawley threatening to get a goal back, but again unable to do so.
It's the right area. It's just a fraction too heavy.
Comes the throw, and it's flicked on to the edge of the area. Then the strike comes in first time. I'm not sure how much Verbruggen knew about that, but he held on to it wonderfully well, and it was Jack Rolls who's only just come on. What an impact that would have been.
It's a nice strike.
Strike that packed a punch, but just too close to Verbruggen. Estepinian can so often find a delivery, and he forces Josh Flint to head that one behind for a Brighton corner. So corner comes in, and there's the third to wrap it all up for Brighton. Adam Webster, captain for the evening, ensures Brighton's passage through to the third round of the Carabao Cup. And they fought bravely tonight, Crawley. They've just been undone inside their own penalty area. Job done for Fabian Hürzeler's side. Having 3 wins from 3 in all competitions to start his reign in charge, and it was relatively straightforward there for Adam Webster.
Third goal for the Americans, scored this evening by tonight's captain, number 4, Adam Webster.
Scott Lindsay says that after games they do a debrief, and he says he will always address the negatives, but then they're put to bed and they build upon the positives and they look towards their next match. And he's going to have a lot of things that he can really commend his players for here tonight. Could be a chance for a Brighton forfeit, and indeed it is, neatly tucked away by Mark O'Mahony. He had plenty of time to work out what he wanted to do. 2 became 3, and then all of a sudden it's become 4. And Brighton now cruising through.
This will be one thing when Scott Lindsay reflects on this game. Too many touches on occasions, too slack when they've been in control of the situation around about their 18-yard box. Think back to the early part of this game, a few bad giveaways. And on this occasion, he punishes Josh Flynn, who's had a really good night. And Mahoney gets in, and he gives Wollacott the eyes and strokes it nicely into the near corner. That's another thunderous challenge going in there. Rolls this time.
And it's a straight red card as well. Well, it's been a spiky contest. There's been some poor challenges go in. Jack Rolls, having come off the bench, is not going to see the night out, showing a straight red card. A little hesitation from the referee, Alex Djurjevic. Slow to get back to his feet. Well, there is the full-time whistle. Brighton are heading through to the third round of the Carabao Cup, but it was a night on which Crawley really displayed themselves in a fine manner. It was not straightforward, not at all for Brighton, who had to negotiate some tricky moments early in the game before Simon Adingra put them into the lead. in the end, Brighton progressing through to the third round of the Carabao Cup. Winners here tonight by 4 goals to 0.